Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. And first off, I want to thank you all for coming in to listen, and also to our star guest, Buchukto, Miss Chikto. Okay. Today, we're going to be representing or presenting our program. Okay. Let me first show you the code. This is not the code, but this is the program that we will be showing to you. Okay, so first we have the GDB online debugger we use as an IDE. In here we have an abstract class called investment, which has three attributes of name, shares, and price. Also an abstract method of purchase and get profit. We'll be using investment as the main parent of the other two children could be inheriting, which is the stock class and the option class. In here, the stock, we have dividend. Dividend is basically stock thing. We will explain to you later in the report. And here I'm gonna show you a quick summary of the program source code. Here we have option that extends from investment. Here we share the three attributes of name, shares, and price from the investment class. And then also the option class main attribute called strike price. And then each of these inheriting class shares a method called purchase and get profit that they may change and customize to their likings based on the investment class. Oops. Okay. Now next we have the class investment portfolio, which also extends from investment and takes in the T generic class, so that any inheriting class from the investment parent, which is the child of the investment, could be used as here in the T. RSP, okay. So we have purchase all, blah, blah, blah. For investment that we purchase, we'll use all the purchases. And then we have class main, which has the string compare method to compare the string for our menus. And then here we have the main public method. We have a scanner and then the main menu, which is very simple: stock exchange, brokerage, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get on to the main simulation. And here, let's say if you were an investor, big investor from an institutional bankers, you want to buy a stock for today's market. Let's say you want to buy 2 Apple stocks. We input S as the stock symbol, then the amount of stocks to buy is 2. The symbol code for Apple is AAPL. Then the total share that we're buying, let's say 10 shares. Then at a price, Apple is currently on $112. And then we have a dividend yield of, let's say, 5. Next, we have the second symbol code. Let's say, since we were buying 2 stocks, let's say Apple and Tesla. Next, we have symbol code Tesla, shares. That's why, since Tesla is very expensive, I just buy 5 shares. The price of Tesla is currently at 500. And let's say the dividend is also 5. Here we get an estimated total profit from the stock we bought, which is the Apple stock and the Tesla. Cumulative profit of 3,695. Okay, next we are going to show you the report card. The report of our program will be entertained by my friend FADZI.
Hello, now I'm gonna tell about the report of our project. Just first of all, the introduction. In the financing world, there are always paths to get a passive income or a semi-passive one by investing your principal capital into the market. In this case, our program is trying to stimulate the total accumulated profit from investing in the stock market or trading in the option. What is a stock? A stock is a type of security that entitles the holder a fraction of ownership in a company. Through ownership of the stock, the holder may be granted a position of a company's earning, distributed as dividends. Broadly speaking, there are two main types of stock, common and a preferred. Common stockholder has the right to receive dividends and vote in shareholder meetings, while preferred shareholders have limited or no voting rights. Preferred stockholders typically receive higher dividends, payout, and in the event of a liquidation, a greater claim on asset than common stockholder. An option is a derivative, a contract that gives the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy or sell the underlying asset by a certain date. At a specified price, there are two types of option, call and put. American style option can be exercised at any time prior to the expiration. European style option can only be exercised on the expiration date. Next is the source code, which already explained by my friend Ryan in the first part of this presentation. So we're gonna just skip ahead. This is the report of the screenshot of the program, which already demonstrated. Now to the fourth explanation. In this example, the investment class is an abstract class that serves as a base class for the stock and option class, which both inherit properties and methods from the investment class. The investment portfolio class is a generic class that can work with any type of investment object, and it uses a generic type parameter T, which ensures that only the objects of type investment or its subclasses can be added to the investment array list. In the main class, we see that the stock and option class are being used polymorphically as they are being treated as investment objects. And the investment portfolio class is being instantiated with both stock and option objects. The purchase all method in the investment portfolio class use polymorphism to call the purchase method on each investment, which is overridden in the stock and option class to provide specific implementation. To get the total profit method, use polymorphism to call the get profit method on each investment, which also overridden in the stock and option class to provide a specific implementation. The program demonstrates how using inheritance, polymorphism, generic class, and generic method can lead to more organized, reusable, and efficient code in an investing and trading context. In this program, inheritance is used in the relationship between the investment class and the stock and the option class. The stock and the option class inherit properties and methods from the investment class. Polymorphism is used in the purchase all method and get total profit method of the investment portfolio class. This method uses the variable type of T method respectively on each investment, regardless of its actual type in stock or option. A generic class is used in the investment portfolio class. The investment portfolio class is parameterized with a type T that ensure that only objects of type investment or its subclasses can be added to investment array list. Generic method is used in the investment portfolio class specifically to get the total profit method, which use the same generic type parameter T as the class, and the method is able to work with any type of investment object. This is the diagram of our program, the class diagram. This is the first one, and this is the class diagram shows that the class investment is an abstract class which has 3 attributes and 2 methods. The class stock and both an option both inherit from investment class and they both have their specific attribute. And they override the method purchase method and get profit method from the investment class. The class investment portfolio is a generic class parameterized by a type T that extends the investment class, and it has an attribute investment, which is an error list generic type T, and it has two methods, purchase all method and get total profit method. The class diagram above also shows the relationship between these classes, such as inheritance and association. Next chapter is the other chapter. This is our task delegation, who doing who, as you can see here. The next task is now we are done with the report. I'm gonna close it, and it's back to Ryan.
Okay, thank you, FADZI. Okay, as of now, our friend in PHILEO is at the hospital. So I hope the two of us will be enough to compensate the presentation. Okay, thank you.